And I know there's nothing focused about what's going on behind me because all I did was thrift in December. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Annette and this is A Vintage Splendor. I am really excited for today's episode because I'm going to do something a little bit different. So as you know, during the holidays, I took some time off, but I did not take a break from thrifting or vintage shopping. I feel like that's something I consistently do about 3 times a week. It's my form of therapy. Well, I had some of the best luck. I found so many gems. I feel like every time I went to the flea market, thrift store, or shopped online, I just found so many great pieces. So I'm going to share some of my finds with you, as well as style some of them for you, just to give you some inspo for the season and for the year ahead. I want to take a moment to thank Whatnot for sponsoring today's video. Whatnot is my new favorite app to shop for thrifted and vintage pieces. You know that I do a lot of shopping and research online, but Whatnot is just better. So think of it like eBay and Etsy, but an interactive live stream. So I can chat with the sellers as well as the community who's logged into the live stream. Plus I get a better look at the pieces I'm buying because it's like being shown up close, and I get a better sense of the texture, the color, and just overall fit. The best part is that I'm hosting a live stream on January 25th where I will be selling some majorly glam pieces from my personal collection, as well as pieces I've curated just for this sale. I've gone thrifting, I've hoarded some pieces just for you. So think gaudy goodness, everyday sequins, slip dresses, 70s dresses, and other pieces that just scream vintage splendor. We love it, we love it. Here's how you can join the live stream. Click on the invite link to get $15 off. Be sure to use my link, create an account on the web, download the app, use the login, and just bookmark and join my stream. It's super easy to use and it is such a fun platform for shopping. Just think of like the fun conversations I have with you on YouTube and Instagram, and we get to shop together and you get to shop my closet. So be sure to tune in on January 25th and use my link to sign up and follow. I'll see you there. So some of you may be thinking, well, if I had such great thrifting luck, why did I not document the process and actually just have a video all about my flea market adventures or my thrifting? Well, I have to say, sometimes when I'm like really in the thick of it and I find like 2 pieces, throw them in my cart, I feel like it's like the snowball effect. Then I find even more, and then I just like really get tunnel vision, and that's all I'm focused on. And even though I'm a great multitasker, like I really don't want to divert my attention from shopping at the flea market and trying to document the process. Hopefully that makes sense. And I have to say, when I was at the Rose Bowl flea market and I found all of those gems, there's no way I could have actually shot it myself plus shop, because I was like digging through all of the bins and through the piles. And if I had like my imaginary assistant with me, she could have documented it for me. But anyways, just wanted to give you a reason why we're doing the haul and not just the process of shopping. But as I'm sharing some of these pieces, I am going to share a couple of tips with you, and then next week's episode is actually going to be dedicated all about the Rose Bowl flea market. I'm going back there because I realized I need to do a proper flea market video for you, so stay tuned for that. So some of my finds are right behind me, and I'm just gonna go through. I can't say my favorite pieces because they're all my favorites. And I have to say, the day at the flea market, I had $500 with me, and I went there to buy a credenza storage cabinet for a dining room, and instead I bought clothes and shoes. I mean, I feel like if anyone's gonna understand me, it's gonna be you. And it's my birthday coming up, and I feel like I've used that excuse quite a few times. thankfully, like, no one's keeping track. One of my favorite pieces, I know all of them are my favorite, but one of my favorite pieces is this 90s floral catsuit. And it's my favorite because it's totally different than what I would typically buy. I wasn't sure if I could pull this off, but I just loved it. It's very, very spring and summer, but I don't shop seasonally. So if it's July and I see a wool chunky cardigan sweater that I love, I buy it, and chances are I'm gonna buy it at a much better price than if I wait until a chilly day. So that's why I ended up with a lot of summer pieces, because I went shopping in December and everything was marked down to like 5 to 15 bucks, and that's when I just like go crazy. So this piece I recently styled with a cropped escada jacket and threw on some heels, and it looks so cute. It's very My Cousin Vinny vibes, but I just love it. I think it's something that I could wear like with cowboy boots and a sweatshirt, and it would be very, very like 90s mom on the go, or do a blazer and do some sneakers and just like really have fun with it. I feel like if everyone's wearing leggings out, I can do a 90s floral catsuit. She's a mom on the go, but she's allergic to yoga pants. That's what this outfit is called, and I think you all get me. I loved styling this up super like Barbie-esque almost, with the heels and the cropped escada jacket, but I also feel like it is such a good piece for days I just want to be a little bit more casual and comfortable. Throw on my trusty vintage Ralph Lauren blazer, and then cowboy boots and a baseball hat. Like I said, I think a variation of this outfit is totally doable with a sweatshirt and some sneakers. I could even do probably dressier boots and a blazer and some like chunky earrings and get rid of the hat. But I was very excited to find this piece because it's something I've been toying with the idea of. Like, I wanted a catsuit, but I'm like, could I pull it off? And I think I have. It's like just another fun option to have in addition to like my dozen jumpsuits and rompers. I almost fainted when I saw this piece. I'm not even exaggerating. I have seen these 60s Poochie sets before on websites that carry like high-end vintage pieces. I've seen them at vintage markets. They're usually about 1,000 to 1,500 a set, and the seller said, "Oh, it looks great on you. I'll give it to you for 100." I was like, so yes, this is what I spent the most money on, but I was like, yes, take my money, I want it. So this is a 1960s Poochie. It's a nightgown and robe set. So as you can tell, it's very, very sheer, but it is so glamorous. I mean, I love this color. Look at the beautiful classic Poochie print, and I love that it was a set. And again, one of the perks of not shopping in season is you get to find great pieces like this that you can wear throughout the year. So this is a maxi length on me, and you know I am queen of wearing my nightgowns and lingerie as outerwear. My mom just loves when I tell her, "Thanks, Mom, this is vintage underwear." But what I'm gonna wear this, I think, with for the winter, and I will show you how I'm going to style this because I think it'll be a fun piece to style up for cooler weather, is with some boots and maybe like add in some sweaters or something like that. I will show you. But during the summer, I think I'm going to wear this either as a cover up, or I will wear like a different maybe contrast print slip under it just to have fun with it a little bit, and then just do some sandals and just like keep the styling really, really simple. If you ever see one of these in the wild and it's anything under $200, buy it. Do not think twice, just buy it because you will wear it a lot. And I was really, really happy to find this because it's been on my wish list. The styling of this outfit is really, really simple because I literally threw a printed sweater over the dress and wore some boots. But again, it's really about playing with different colors, but also proportions. I love throwing on a really loose baggy fit sweater over a more straight line skirt or dress. And as you know, this is a dress, and I just throw on this vintage sweater. And what I actually did is I put on a vintage slip dress under this dress just so it wasn't so sheer. I think in the summer it'll look really cool if it's sheer, and I think if I were going with something a little bit more dressy or edgy, I would do like a very short black slip dress with some heels and maybe a turtleneck under this just so you can see the sheerness. But I wanted to go with something that mixes up what I love, which is just like that casual and glam vibes. The boots are my Cezanne boots, which I wear a lot. And then this is a vintage Saks Fifth Avenue sweater. I just love this geometric print. And then my vintage Louis Vuitton. I would wear this for a lunch date, for going out to the gallery, you know, just doing more casual things. It's so comfortable, but it's a way to wear a piece that I love. I don't believe in waiting to wear stuff for the appropriate season. I mean, obviously, if I was living somewhere where it was snowing, this dress would not be an option. But, you know, it's typically 65 or 70 degrees and sunny in LA. So yes, I could wear this with a slip under it, a really cool, cozy sweater. And this is really comfortable. I would say I would probably do the same outfit with some sneakers, a baseball hat, and maybe a sweatshirt just to play around with it a bit. But I love this just the way that I've styled it. It's really fun for me and me gusta. Another piece that I found at the flea market that same day, I'm telling you, it was the snowball effect. I just, you know, found a couple of pieces in the $5 bin, and then I just kept going and I could not stop. And everywhere that I went, they would just give me this great price and I just couldn't say no. So I'm just gonna have to wait a couple more months to buy that credenza. So this is a really great, like, mixed material quilted jacket. It is so comfortable. It is so sweet. I got this for $30. I thought it was such a good deal. It doesn't have a brand. It's marked a size large, and I love it. This may have been like a, you know, a house coat or a house jacket. Ladies in the 50s and 60s were just so glam. I just like kind of want to live that life for like one day where you like put on your really elegant nightgown and robe and house jacket, like curlers in your hair, and you're like doing your, I don't know, 10-step skincare routine. I think I could only do that for one day because I just like wearing this stuff out at the house. But this is a really fun piece for styling. I wore this styled with like a sweatshirt and printed jeans in my last video. So if you didn't watch last week's video, go see how I style this up. And it's one of those pieces that's really easy to style, and living in a moderate climate or mild climate in LA, I could wear this in the winter, I could wear it in the spring, and even in the summer because the nights do get a little bit chilly. One of the pieces that I found at the flea market, and you're like, Annette, you already have this. Well, I do have it, but I found another one with the tag still on, and I had to buy this because I know so many of you love sequins, you love beading, and if you are part of the vintage splendor community, you know that sequins and beaded jackets are an everyday essential item. So I'm going to show you how to style this with denim and a t-shirt, but I just wanted to say, like, wear the sequins, wear your beaded glam pieces every day, because every day is the special occasion. That is my motto. This next piece is a funny story because you know, I do a lot of shopping online. I know my size, but there have been a few times where I didn't pay attention to measurements. And this is like my number one tip, is always know your measurements and check the measurements. And a couple of times I bought pieces and I just like read the size, and when it arrived, it was a kid's size, and I was like, okay, I guess Harley's gonna wear this. or it's an adult size, but I would have to remove like all of my ribs to wear it. People in the early 1900s were teeny tiny. The story with this next piece is I was searching for Victor Costa dresses, Laura Ashley dresses for girls. So I think I started the search on eBay for Laura Ashley Gunny Sacks dresses for girls because Harley wanted a party dress similar to what I wear. When she was a little bit younger, we did find a lot of great dresses, and she's like getting older, she's almost 8, and she's like, I want a fun dress. So I see a listing for a Victor Costa girls dress size 10, and I thought that's perfect, you can grow into it. I didn't pay attention to the measurements. I think it was $15, which is wild because Victor Costa is getting more and more expensive as people are discovering the designer. If you don't know, Victor Costa is one of my favorite designers. They called him the copycat king because he got inspiration from all of the European designers and made it more affordable and accessible for Americans. So a lot of the costumes from the TV show Dynasty are Victor Costa, and Charlotte actually wears a few pieces by Victor Costa in Sex and the City too. So just think like 80s glam dresses. So back to this dress. So this was supposed to be a girl's Victor Costa dress size 10. Well, when it arrived, we realized it's an adult size 10 and it's my size. So it's the reverse of what previously happened. So the one time I'm like, I'm gonna find a kid size dress. It turns out to be an adult size. It's so cute. Look at this like open back. It has this cute bow. It is such a fun dress. I don't know where I'm gonna wear it, but I'm gonna style it up maybe with some fun tights and heels and just keep it like really simple styling and do some like big earrings, big hair, really lean into the 80s on this one. So you know what? You just never know what life is gonna send your way when you're not expecting it, right? Okay, when I went to the flea market, I found a couple of great dresses that I immediately knew that I wanted to buy and sell during the Whatnot live stream, because one of the pieces that I'm always known for wearing are slip dresses or 70s disco dresses. Just find them really versatile. They're very, very flattering, and I think there are so many styling opportunities. Like you can take a vintage Victoria's Secret slip like this one, you could wear it with boots and tights and leather jacket and just make it very casual. You can wear it with some like slinky heels, maybe some pretty tights and jewelry, and you're ready for date night. I recently found this sweater coat, which I love. It was hidden in the depths of my closet, and I was like, I need to style her. So I styled her up with this slip dress, kept my bra on, but we're just having fun here. This slip is part of the Whatnot live stream sale, so you'll get to shop it. And I decided to style her up a little bit differently than I typically wear my slip dresses. I added on this like beaded and crocheted little shawl around the waist, and I just love the way that this looks. And then added in my super old Chanel little wrap tie ankle thingies. I'm having trouble with words today. But you get the vibe. It's like really dressy, but I like that this really cozy, chunky sweater coat like just adds a casual feel to it. It also makes it a practical outfit to wear in the winter because this is a nice like warm little piece. And then with the slip dress, I just like love this lacy mesh sheer part, and I tried it on with a little bralette and it looked really cute. And the great thing about these shorter slip dresses, especially the ones with a slit, is you can turn them into like a top. You can just like knot it and then wear it over another slip dress, so you can style it multiple ways, which I love. I love this 70s dress. It is a classic disco dress. It is so flattering, especially this color. I love this color. I just think it looks so great on so many skin tones. And what's great is it comes with this matching vest, so it looks great together. Actually wore this with a gold belt. at a holiday party, and then I put this on over it. I did some giant hoops and did some very 70s makeup, and it looked really pretty. This next piece we're all obsessed with. I shared it on Instagram and everyone was like dying over it. I was dying over it. So I got to go to the new Savers that opened up in Orange County, and I got to shop the store along with some other thrifters before it opened to the public. And I got to see my friend Beth, and she actually spotted this and she's like, this is so you. And she's absolutely right. You know, I love a good jumpsuit and romper moment, and this one is so fun. Look at this gold brocade, and it has like this really fun gold, and it has these like little crystals detailing, and I style this with my sparkle fishnets and my glitter heels during the holidays, and it was such a fun outfit. I felt like just like a glam little elf during the holidays. That's like the new vibe, I guess, that I'm going for. Somebody said, you know, I need to say like my Victorian ghost child era is now like leaning towards like page boy vibes, and I was like okay with that. I liked that description. One of my tricks to staying focused when I'm thrifting, and I know there's nothing focused about what's going on behind me because all I did was thrift in December, but one of the things I do is I have a list on my notes app. I'm going to share a screenshot here for you. And on that list, I have my like unicorn dream items. And then I also add designer brands or labels to keep an eye out for when I'm thrifting, when I'm shopping online, if I'm looking at whatnot for live streams, or if I'm on eBay. And this kind of keeps me focused, and I have all of my needs and my wants in one place. And I feel like every time I go thrifting, I look at that list, and I promise it's kind of like manifesting. It like really just focuses my attention on what it is that I'm looking for and what I want. And I really think you should try this. This is a tip I share with the Splendor Collective all the time, and people are like, yes, like you talked about a St. John sweater, I added that St. John sweater and I found it as soon as I went thrifting. It just like really opens up your mind to keeping specific pieces or brands on your list. So that's a hot tip in the midst of this amazing haul. Speaking of manifestation and like focusing your searches, so I have a lot of search terms saved on my eBay, basically every app, and this is like a good tip that I share with the Splendor Collective a lot. I've been looking for the perfect leisure suit forever, and I found her. So this is a very, very cool. These shorts are very long. They're so good. And then it comes with a matching top vest with a tie around it. It is so good. So I've been looking for the right set for a long time. As I just mentioned, I ended up getting this for $15. And even though I'll probably mix and match, I love the idea of wearing this as a set and just throwing on some heels, maybe doing a different belt, and just like really leaning into the 70s vibe. I love mixing things up, but sometimes I think I'm gonna go hard into the 80s. I'm gonna do 60s, and even if I look like I just walked out of like Mad Men, I'm okay with that. But this is definitely something that was on my list, and I'm so excited that I found it. Something that's always on my list because I love styling them are vests, and I really like tight fitted vests. So this one is such a good size because it fits like a top, because I do like to wear my vests as a top. And I think a piece like this, I could even just wear it over what I'm wearing right now just to have fun with prints and colors. So this one I thrifted at Savers when I went for that exclusive preview. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. And if you're not shopping for vests, this is a PSA that you should. Because if you're trying to mix and match pieces, like introduce some color and some prints, and you're not sure exactly how to do it, a vest is such an easy way to do that. And I'm just gonna show you. I think I'm gonna style this up with something else just to give you an idea. I always love to do this where I button the top two, wear it over a dress, have my belt peeking out a little bit, and then I even throw on a blazer over it. Okay, I think this one needs to be styled because the sleeves of this are not, they're not working with this. And I really want you to see what I mean when I say you can have fun with vests. This outfit is to prove to you why you need a vest. I know the vest is kind of hiding right now, but stay with me. Okay, so this vest has like this really nice like dark denim gray tone to it with the black brocade print, and then I layered it on over this vintage Victoria's Secret slip. So what I like about fitted vests are they work as tops, but they're not bulky, so you can throw on another piece over it, especially if you're looking to add some texture, color, and some print. Like I feel like I talk about colors, prints, textures a lot because that's what gives your outfit some personality, and that's where I think you have the most fun. So this fits just like a top. And the trick that I use is I actually just button the top one or two and leave the bottom two buttons open. So then I add a little belt just to add another fun element because we are maximalists here, remember? And then this whole outfit now works really well together. The dress is vintage Victoria's Secret. The blazer is vintage. I can't remember the brand. And then these boots I thrifted with Beth when we went thrifting. So this is, I would say, probably a go-to styling trick for me with these vests. I feel like this vest I could even wear with jeans and then wear a white t-shirt under it and do some loafers. That's a very 90s look. You can wear like a blazer over it, turtleneck under it, do some leather pants and boots for a much more like edgy modern feel for it. So decided to go for like some of the pinky kind of, I don't know what this look is, but it's just a fun layered look. That's very much me. People always ask me what my favorite decade is, and I honestly can't pick one, but I have to say most of my favorite pieces are probably from the 60s and 70s and 80s. Sometimes I'll find a great piece from the 50s or 40s, but that's very rare. I think like some of my antique Edwardian pieces are very early 1900s, but I think I just lean into that like bohemian meets like gaudy 80s vibe, and I love mixing those two worlds together. So I'm always looking for pieces, even if they're not from the 70s or 60s, that fit that vibe. So this knit, it's called Trafalgar Square. So I'm going to show you this label. I don't know much about it and I need to research it, but I found this cute little halter at the flea market. Again, it was in the clearance rack of this vendor, and I call it a clearance rack because sometimes vendors will have like a $5 or $10 rack, and then everything else is more expensive. And I love this. I was like, a knit halter, this is so cool. I could wear this with pants, I could wear it with skirts, I could layer it over a turtleneck, under a blazer, and I love that it's really, really thick and it's kind of like a looser fit, so I feel like I could have fun with it. It's definitely giving me like the 60s and 70s vibe that I like, but I love this like checker print too. That's very, very modern and fresh. Switching seasons and vibes, I thrive in summer. In case if you didn't know this about me, I love dressing for summer, for spring, and even fall, but winter is just like, I can't do it. I think just the cold weather just gets to me. It's also not winter everywhere in the world. They're part of the hemisphere, it's summer. So this is for you gals. So this is the 70s knit halter, which I absolutely love. Look at how comfy and cozy it is. It's so chic, and I styled it with my vintage suede skirt. I love this skirt. I love the buttons in the front. And then I added in my vintage Judith Lieber belt just to glam it up a touch. And then my Givenchy earrings. This is such a comfortable outfit. Again, something I could wear when the weather warms up. And instead of heels, I did flats. These are from Cezanne. They're so comfy. And if you are a petite gal like me, I'm 5'3", and it took me a long time to get over the fact that I felt like I look like a shrimp. I don't know, when I wear flats, I feel like I look really short. People assume that I'm like 12 years old. It's something I had to get over. As soon as I got over it, I felt like, oh my gosh, there's a whole other world in being comfortable and chic wearing flats. I feel like this is something I could wear when we're traveling, when we're exploring the city, if we're going on date night and I just don't want to wear heels. I mean, praise be that sneakers are in fashion, because I can finally ditch heels, but these flats are it. And anyways, that was just a special message for the petite gals, but it also applies to anybody who's just like not sure if flats can work. And I do love this outfit. I'm like thinking like I need to save this outfit because we are going to Barcelona, Costa Brava, and some parts of France. And I feel like this is such a good outfit to wear when we're there. Okay, visually save this outfit. The other piece that I bought, which is on my unicorn list, and I feel like they're always on my list. Well, I'm wearing both of them. So I have been searching for more Indian cotton or silk dresses. Again, I love them because they're really, really easy to style and they work well in our mild climate. Also, just the way that I dress. I like to be able to add belts and to throw on layers if needed, or just wear sandals. So the first one is the brand Kaiser, and if you're familiar with vintage Indian cotton dresses, Kaiser is one of the brands that did make Indian cotton and gauzy dresses. Some of them are silk, some of them are cotton. I just love the block print. And these are getting really, really hard to find. And when I do find them, if they're a right size, if they're a color that I like, I buy them. This one is stretched out in the waist, but it's an easy fix. I'm also not mad about it because I'm like, I can belt it and I could have fun with it. And then the dress that I'm wearing, I bought because of the sleeves. I mean, look how beautiful it is. I've seen these a lot, and there are some that are newer, some that are from the 60s and 70s. I'm not sure if this is 60s or 70s, but I saw it. The price was right. I actually bought these two from the same vendor, and I think I ended up getting the two of them together for $125, which is a very good price because these Indian cotton dresses usually sell from like between $100 to $350 each. And I do have some dresses that I've kept. I've sold some. You know how it works. It's just like this ongoing cycle. But I wanted something in this color scheme. And then this is the dress that I've been wanting forever because of these sleeves. And I'm so glad I bought it. One last piece I want to share with you is this really fab jacket. It is one of my favorite brands. If you're not familiar, Estelle, they do a lot of these great knits. So I have a ribbon and it's a yarn cropped top. It's like a short sleeve. And then when I saw this one, this is chenille. I love the color and I love the little crystal buttons that go down the side. And I found this at a current affair and it was a very good price for Estelle. So I think the first piece that I found was at an estate sale and I think I paid 20 bucks for it. But Estelle, anytime you're looking on eBay at vintage markets, there are usually hundreds of dollars, and I bought this for $70. So when I found this, I was like, I need to buy this because this is just like art to wear. A lot of this is all handmade. These pieces are very unique. They're one of a kind. And this also has shoulder pads, which I love because I think it just like adds a very cool structured element to something that could be otherwise a little bit more frumpy or slouchy fit. These I wear over dresses. I style them with jeans and t-shirts. They're kind of like the more casual option to my sequin and beaded jacket. So they're both like a similar styling tool for me because I like to wear them with a little bit more of like a casual vibe, like ripped up jeans, ripped up t-shirt, sweatshirt, and then I throw one of these on. I either do sneakers, heels, or boots. So these are like my go-to styling tools. And again, the color, the texture, and it's just like the print that like speaks to me and kind of like screams my name. So I always talk about letting the piece inspire the styling, and this is what I mean is when I like look at something like this, then I kind of like already start thinking of the styling opportunities. And again, if you're looking for pieces to help you just like play with color, I think jackets, especially crop ones, are really easy to work with because you can throw it on with a lot of different types of outfits, and I think they look great on so many different body types too, and different silhouettes and body sizes and body shapes. So I am a strong proponent of buying cropped jackets. I've worn my sequin jacket a lot lately, so I've decided to style the Estelle. Threw it on over this little boy's Nike tank, and I just like tucked in to give it a crop top look. So these jeans are vintage Charlie's Angels. There was a brand of denim called Charlie's Angels. I have another pair that are shorter, and I just recently found these on eBay because I needed a backup pair. Does anybody else buy a backup pair of anything when they love it so much? And these are slightly different. These are a little bit higher than the other ones. They're a lighter wash, and then the stitching is like, has a little bit of red. Anyways, these are super duper long, and I actually like that I folded them up and you can see the extra wide cuff. So I know this is supposed to be about the little Estelle cardigan jacket, but let's talk about the denim for a second. Actually, I really like the wide cuff at the bottom, and I know people seek out jeans that have this. So these obviously I washed and they're just kind of a little crumpled, but I think I'm gonna leave them like this and just try to make them look a little bit more tailored and intentional as opposed to what I've just done right now, but kept on the Marc Jacobs heels. But this is the vibe when I wear sequins, beads, and just like cool crop jackets. As I mentioned, they're just like a great layering piece. They work so well with jeans and a t-shirt, look extra stylish and fashionable, and in my opinion it just works. I don't know, you guys tell me, what do you think about these jeans? Should I leave them cuffed? I think so, right? That's it for today. I want to know what your favorite piece was, which piece that you like that I styled, and if you are tuning into Whatnot, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait for you to shop my curated collections on the 25th, and if you want to see any more videos, if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. I love having these combos with you and just learning what inspires you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next Friday at 8 a.m. Bye!